the draw, there are several ways to do it. This time I'm using a blade. It's my blade that I'm using. There's a retention ring to have, since you already know the advantages of having this grip with the ring, with this ring here. So it has this ring, right? For retention or grip. Now let's go. I'm walking here. It's a sandbag, so this is a series of videos on how to use blades overtly, in a concealed way, in a way that you can make it as inconspicuous as possible. This way, okay, with my blade, I have this ring here, making it easier, of course, to grip it, and having this grip with my index finger on it. However, it also serves to help me conceal or camouflage it in an overt way. My blade, so I'm using this sandbag, I have my blade, which is ready. I can draw it very quickly. The advantages of having the sandbag, of course, you already know. So what equipment can you use? It's a lighter, more compact bag, but besides that, it provides different body positions with lateral positions and frontal ones. If I adjust it here and close it, I can even keep it at this height, which for me is one of the most ideal positions, right? You can withdraw, but remember, when you want, it's about appearing less conspicuous in the crowd or in certain types of scenarios. So this positioning can sometimes come off as a bit offensive, right? That's why I usually let it hang here, talking about Sao Paulo. I don't know what the results are like, but it's really trendy to use this type of bag, right? Some from other brands, such, but it is designer. Using it sideways, so nowadays it is easier for you to cut it like this in the urban environment. Coming back here to the part of the bag, so I placed it this way. It's its positioning. So I have positioning without such. It's not quite a chest index, but there's a positioning here, the central part of my body. Which one can I access? Can I also access it with my left hand? I don't necessarily have to put my index finger inside the ring that, in the girl's order, also accepts this ring. Here where it is, it might take a while. Of course, the taxi helps too. And also know that if you have gloves on, the light indicates that the part of the index finger, when talking about shooting, but also in relation to the knife, the part of the index finger should be cut. Sometimes the index and pinky fingers are cut so that you can feel tactically. Where is this type of very specific equipment available? A very strategic grip, thin like a knife. If I have gloves on, it can be uncomfortable. Now, without gloves, I can make this grab a little better. So, not necessarily, as I said, the finger needs to be here. I can grab it by sticking my hand in a very abrupt way, making the grab. So this is a good positioning. From here, you can simply make grabs that I can use as cover. Draw it in an offensive way. Already ready to attack. From here, I can also easily, if that's the case, to use my non-dominant hand or my untrained hand, my support hand, to make this grab. So sometimes I pushed, and now with this other hand of mine, I can make the grab. This time I even used the orthodox grip, which I use on the thumb, and it also exists. It's not the topic for this video, but this type of grip does exist. But I also just grabbed it with my left hand. So this is a great location. The location is being taken to place this type of blade, or position this blade in this direction. It's clear that in his final movement, I can choose if I want to keep the price on my side, up or to the right. I can easily grab it in 3 different directions. I can simply grab it to this side. Even if it were in a bag, you can make the same draw upwards, going for the chest index. And it's also easier to use for net index, cutting it here for neck or chest. All right, easy. For upper index, upper triangle. Or I can go for the shoulder by making this movement and coming like this, okay? So there are various reasons to use this set bag. In addition, this ring is clear that the larger the ring, the more visible it will be in the same context. The same goes for the bag. It also helps a lot with concealment. I could add some accessories here to make it even more concealed. Sometimes put some kind of cloth up here. schmeg or any other type of cloth here and place it on top so that it is a little more camouflaged. But as it is, I can already use it easily. So this is the first way to use a blade in a subtle manner. It's obvious, but it's still found in one of the bags, in this case, the C&B.